It's not that easy to replace developers on real projects. Okay, an AI can go from a text or even just a picture and develop an app, but it's super easy app. The problem is that on the job, what you often need to do is to maintain apps. And as you probably know, it takes way more time and it costs way more money to maintain an application than to develop it. Allowing an AI to maintain an application is a real problem on two levels. First, you would have to feed this AI with the whole application, which sometimes means hundreds of files with a specific structure and hierarchy. We are not there at all right now. The second part is confidentiality. I'm not sure that I've worked on confidential projects. It wasn't super confidential one. It wasn't for Secret Service or super sensitive stuff like this, but it was, for example, once for a pharmaceutical company. I'm not sure that would be too happy to send all this to an AI that is controlled by another country. Actually, I mentioned two levels, but there is a third one. Every time there is a delay, and if you've worked on the field, you know that very often things don't go as expected because there will always be edge cases, there will be performance issues, there will be incompatibilities between modules. Many things can happen. So will you bring your computer with you and let the AI explain why things are not working? You see, it's a big problem. The last contract I did, and that went really well, was because I could keep my client posted on a daily basis by email and twice a week through webcam with a distant meeting. And this is something that customers really appreciate. So human, even if they like saving money, they way more prefer keeping posted, especially customers with enough money to pay for a good service. The other thing that we can see as developers is that maybe some companies will be tempted to fire, let's say 50% of their developers or maybe more, and to teach marketing guys to write a good prompt to an AI. It could be to ChatGPT, it could be to any other AI. There is Bard now because there is a fight between Microsoft and Google and many other big companies that want to win this AI battle that is occurring just before our eyes. Again, you will be able to train a marketing guy. He may be better than you are to understand the direction the company is heading to, but I've worked already with marketing guys and I can tell you that they had no clue about all the technical things, and that's why I was hired, because the marketing team just couldn't create a simple website to have a good presence on the internet. AIs are not magical and they won't be able to face very specific technical problems. So once the marketing guy will have played with its prompt and will have retrieved the code, then what will he do with it? He will try to integrate it with the existing application. I doubt it, very frankly. Or maybe it will be they will use the marketing guy as a prompt engineer for new projects. It's the same. It's not easy to create just a semi-complex application. As things are evolving faster than we thought they would, and they are still evolving fast, what does this mean for developers like media or senior developers, and for aspiring and junior developers? So for senior and intermediate developers, there are even more opportunities now with AIs. For example, I don't know if you've heard this, it was yesterday or 2 days ago, ChatGPT will launch actually it already exists, but it will be more open, and you will be able to write plugins for ChatGPT that will allow ChatGPT to query your own APIs. So it will give it the ability to answer to more specialized questions that maybe it doesn't have enough data through internet to answer to these specific questions. So I saw a 40-minute YouTube video by a Python developer who seems to be really good at all these AI things. I will put the link in the comment. Frankly, everything was easy to understand, even for a JavaScript developer who doesn't know Python. Actually, as a full disclosure, I've worked with Python 7 years ago. It was in 2015. So yeah, I remember a couple of things, but I mean, even if you know a totally different language like C# or Java, you can really understand what's going on, that you have packages that are imported, you have loops that don't have the same structure, the same syntax, but you immediately see that it's a loop, etc. So the current knowledge you have on a specific language is easily transferable to another language. So if to develop this ChatGPT plugin you need to use Python, okay, it will just take a week or a couple of weeks to a seasoned JavaScript developer to learn Python. It's not an issue at all. The other thing, and I read lots of comments about this, is aspiring developers or junior developers who are wondering if it's still worth learning programming because AIs might replace them. Remember that even if you became obsolete in purely technical things, what you will learn during your college studies or boot camp or self-study will still be valuable because they will prove that you have enough tenacity to stick to something and to make it. This value will be appreciated in any other field. Having a degree, if you're in college, is valuable in any field. I don't know if it's the same in your country, but in France, to apply to a specific job, very often you will be required to have a degree. It might be a bachelor, it might be a master's degree, even if the degree in computer science that you're preparing now became obsolete because of AI. It doesn't matter because you would still have this degree, and this will be a degree that will allow you to access to certain jobs, even if it's not technical jobs. Remember also that computer being better than human beings in a specific field doesn't mean that human beings will be replaced. For example, in the chess game, it's been now maybe 10 or 20 years that computers are better than grandmasters. And they are still human grandmasters, simply because we like seeing human beings doing things that impress us. Same with the air pilots. Computers can already, and they've been able to do this for, I wouldn't say many years, but for quite some years now. They're able to take off, to navigate, and to land a plane without any problem, but we still prefer having human beings in the cockpit. So if you can still develop your soft skills on top of learning programming, or if you're a front-end developer who's developing a specific style that customers would want to use for their own website or printings, or don't be too concerned. AI is going to be everywhere. You see, I use Canva, which is an online tool that I use to create my YouTube thumbnails. I can see that now there is an AI option that can generate images for me, just like Midjourney. So you see, this won't do all the things I do when I create a thumbnail, but it will be helpful. It allows the company to sell this product so they don't let their competitors win, competitors who only provide AI functionalities like text to image or speech to image. But again, knowing how to be both a programmer and a prompt engineer will give you an edge over people who just know how to prompt an AI. So keep learning programming, you will see it will pay off. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and see you soon.